Hi class, this is Miss Whitley again, and today we're going to talk about reference entries. So you'll notice here on the left I have that sample paper that we were looking at for the in-text citations, and I'm just going to the bottom of that to start my reference list. It should always start clean on the top of its own page, and it should have the word references centered at the top. Beneath that come your entries themselves. They're the ones in black, and they should be in alphabetical order by the first word here on the left. And then they should also have this hanging indent. So you notice where the first line is all the way to the left, but the next here are scooted over. That's a hanging indent, and I'm going to show you how to do it really quick. All you have to do is click in the paragraph or highlight the paragraph you're looking to make it, and then come up here to your toolbar and notice that this one here says paragraph. I'm just going to click on this little box in the corner, and straight down where it says special I'm going to go and I'm going to click hanging, and that will give me the hanging indent I need for my reference page. After that, there are just a few basics. Please note that for listing the author we always do author's last name, a comma, and then their first initial and middle initial. If you need to list more than one author, simply put a comma and then list your next author, and keep going from there until you have all your authors listed, and just put a little happy and symbol before your last author. When we give the titles of articles, please note that only the first word here is capitalized. And if you have a colon, you're also going to capitalize the first word after the colon. Other than that, really, the best advice I can give you is to find some kind of format. So you need to know what you're looking at, what you're trying to cite. Is it a book, a web page, a journal? And then you need to find a sample and mirror that sample. And so I have some here for you. And I'm also going to show you a way to do this online as well. So we're going to look at a couple ways. So here's the format for a book, and so I'm looking last name, first name, middle initial. So this is this bottom sample here. So here are my authors. Then notice the next thing is the year in parentheses, got that. Title of the book in italics, got that going on next. City and state of publication with a colon afterwards, got it. Notice you abbreviate the state. And then the name of the publisher. And notice that I have to keep all the punctuation from my sample. So if my sample has a period or a comma or a colon, you need to put it in when you mirror that sample. And it's very easy, right? That wasn't hard at all. Now let's look at another sample. So this is an article from a database. This is the first sample I have up here. And you'll notice that, again, the authors are still in the same format. We've got the publication. So this time I added the month. Pretty much you want to give whatever you have. So if you know the year and the month, go ahead and give them both. Then I'm just following what it says. Title of the article, journal title in italics, volume, issue, pages, and then the DOI number, which is the document index number. And if you don't see that, simply come down and do like we did here and give the retrieved from and the web address. That's always an acceptable alternative to this document number. Not too bad. Lastly, I want to show you what a website looks like. So this is the normal format with an author, the year, month, day that that website claims it was published or that article was published, the title, and then the words in and the name of the web page, and then retrieved from. And I just want to show you that we have that here. I want to show you what it looks like if you don't know the author. So sometimes you're doing these websites and you don't know the author. Normally the author would be up here like it is, but we don't have that. So if we don't have the author, we simply move this second section, the title of the selection, up here to the front of the document. And I don't know why that's in italics. It should not be in italics. There we go. And then everything else follows after. The date like normal, and the retrieved from, and the website like normal. So simply, if you don't know the author, just grab your title and move it to the front of the entry. And that's also why we use the title in parentheses. So this is one way, and it's a great way of doing your reference entries. I want to show you another real quick. I've mentioned Citation Machine, I think, to a few people. So this is that website, citationmachine.net. It will help you form your reference entries if you do it the right way. So once you go in, we need to pick our style, so we're doing APA. And then just like the other, you need to know what you're looking at. Am I looking at a newspaper, magazine, website? So I know I'm looking at a website. We're going to do a website together. And you have two options. You have autofill mode or you have manual entry. Autofill means I put the web address here and I hit search and it attempts to do it for me. While that may seem great, I promise you they're going to get it wrong, like really wrong. It's going to be awful. So please instead do this manual entry mode, where this will allow you to just type in, and it gives you a nice template and you can simply just type in what it's asking for. So I have my website open here on another tab, which is a good idea when you're doing resources. So I'm just going to come over here, if it will let me. There we go, it's my other tab. And here's my title, so I'm just going to copy it because I'm way too lazy to type stuff, and paste it here. Now next it wants the contributor, so it wants the author, so let's look. Oh, we have Tom Patterson, CNN. So it's telling me what to put here. I don't have a middle initial, so I'm going to put Tom Patterson. And then it wants the URL, so I'm going to just click up here in my address bar, and then I'm going to right click and copy this, and I can take it over here and we can paste it. Then it wants the date of publication, so that was Saturday, January 23rd, 2016. So I'm going to put the day first like it asks, the month is January, and the year is 2016. Please ignore the date accessed because this requirement doesn't exist anymore. And what's nice is down here you can add an annotation. So for example, in Module 4 Lab 2 it asks you to make an annotated bibliography. You can simply type your annotation here and it'll do 99% of the work for you. I'm not going to do that now, we're just going to create the citation. I just want you to see that if you needed to add another contributor, you could. So we can add another author here. So I'm just going to create this, and it gives me it here. It's beautiful. I can just highlight this, Control C to copy it, and I can come down here to my essay and I can paste it. So I'll paste it here at the end. I'm going to paste it into a new document because this format's pretty made. When you paste it, please note that it probably won't be double spaced like it's supposed to, and it probably won't have your hanging indent, so you're going to have to go back and add it. And that's it. Very, very easy to do, and it's the simplest way to do websites. I can't strongly enough advise you that as you're looking and doing your research online, let's minimize those. As you're doing your research online, have this citation machine open in another tab. Use this manual entry mode here and build your reference page first. Build this first as you're doing your research, and then all you'll have to do later is actually go and quote from things and add the in-text citations afterwards. So it's very, very useful. You can register and log in and save your bibliographies and things, but you don't have to do that. So please use this as a tool, let it help you, but please do not try autofill. I promise it's going to look disastrous and it's not going to work. Please use the manual entry mode. Alright, I hope this has been helpful. Have a great day.